In the distant future, long after the era of human civilization, an alien exploration vessel drifted through the vast expanse of space. The crew, hailing from a distant star system, had been tasked with surveying new planets and searching for signs of intelligent life. As they scanned the cosmos, their attention was drawn to a small, unassuming blue planet orbiting a medium-sized star. The planet, known in ancient records as Earth, had once been home to a thriving civilization called humans. However, as the alien ship approached the planet's orbit, they were puzzled by the lack of any detectable intelligent life. The crew, led by Captain Zorax, decided to land on the planet's surface to investigate further. As they descended through the atmosphere, the aliens marveled at the lush green landscapes and vast oceans that covered much of the planet's surface. They landed their ship on a flat, grassy plain and set out to explore their surroundings. The first thing they noticed was the eerie silence that pervaded the land. There were no signs of any advanced technology or structures, only the remnants of crumbling ruins that dotted the landscape. The aliens split into teams and began to investigate the ruins, hoping to find clues about what had happened to the planet's inhabitants. As they explored, they came across various artifacts that hinted at the advanced civilization that had once existed on Earth. They found the remains of towering skyscrapers, intricate road networks, and the rusted hulks of ancient vehicles. However, despite the evidence of a once thriving society, there was no trace of the humans themselves. The aliens were puzzled by this mystery. They wondered what could have happened to cause an entire species to vanish without a trace. As they delved deeper into the ruins, they discovered more clues that only served to deepen the mystery. They found ancient data storage devices that contained vast amounts of information about human history and culture. The aliens marveled at the incredible diversity of human society, with its many languages, religions, and ways of life. They learned about the great achievements of human science and technology, from the development of agriculture and writing to the creation of advanced computers and space travel. However, they also found evidence of the darker aspects of human nature, such as war, inequality, and environmental destruction. They read about the great conflicts that had plagued human history, from ancient battles to world wars that had devastated entire continents. As they pieced together the fragments of human history, the aliens began to form a picture of a species that had achieved great things, but had also struggled with its own destructive tendencies. They wondered if this could have been the cause of humanity's disappearance, or if there was some other explanation that they had yet to uncover. Captain Zorax and his crew spent days exploring the ruins of Earth, gathering as much information as they could about the planet's former inhabitants. They collected samples of the planet's flora and fauna, as well as artifacts and data storage devices that they hoped would shed light on the mystery of humanity's disappearance. As they prepared to leave the planet and continue their mission, the aliens couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the cusp of a great discovery. They knew that the mystery of Earth and its vanished inhabitants would remain with them long after they had left the planet behind. Little did they know that their discovery of Earth was only the beginning of a much greater adventure that would take them to the farthest reaches of the galaxy and beyond. For as they set out to unravel the mystery of humanity's disappearance, they would soon find themselves caught up in a web of intrigue and danger that would test their courage and resolve to the limit. As the alien crew continued their exploration of Earth, they stumbled upon a vast underground complex hidden beneath the ruins of an ancient city. The complex was unlike anything they had ever seen before, with towering walls of gleaming metal and intricate networks of tunnels and chambers that stretched out into the darkness. Captain Zorax and his team cautiously entered the complex, their weapons at the ready. They had no idea what they might find inside, but they knew that they had to investigate further if they were to uncover the truth about humanity's disappearance. As they made their way deeper into the complex, they discovered a vast library filled with ancient human records and artifacts. The library was a treasure trove of information about human history and culture, and the aliens spent days poring over the records, trying to piece together the story of humanity's rise and fall. They learned about the great civilizations that had once flourished on Earth, from the ancient Egyptians and Greeks to the mighty empires of Rome and China. They read about the great thinkers and artists who had shaped human culture, from the philosophers of ancient Greece to the Renaissance masters of Europe. But they also found evidence of the darker aspects of human history, such as the brutal conquests and genocides that had been carried out in the name of power and greed. They learned about the great wars that had ravaged the planet, from the trenches of World War I to the nuclear wastelands of World War II. As they delved deeper into the records, they began to uncover hints of a mysterious event that had taken place in the final years of human civilization. There were references to a great crisis that had threatened to destroy the planet, and to a desperate plan that had been put into motion to ensure humanity's survival. The aliens were fascinated by this mystery, and they redoubled their efforts to uncover the truth. They searched through the records for any clue that might shed light on what had happened, but the information was frustratingly vague and incomplete. As they continued their search, they came across a series of cryptic messages that had been left behind by the humans. The messages were written in a language that the aliens had never seen before, and they struggled to decipher their meaning. But as they worked to translate the messages, they began to realize that they held the key to unlocking the mystery of humanity's disappearance. The messages spoke of a great exodus, a mass migration of humans to the stars in search of a new home. The aliens were stunned by this revelation. They had always assumed that humanity had simply died out, either through war or disease, or some other catastrophe. But now they realized that the humans had not vanished at all, but had instead left the planet behind in a desperate bid for survival. As they continued to explore the underground complex, the aliens found more and more evidence to support this theory. They discovered the remains of great spaceships that had once carried humans to the stars, and they found records of the incredible feats of engineering and science that had made such a journey possible. But they also found evidence of the incredible sacrifices that had been made to ensure humanity's survival. They read about the brave men and women who had given their lives to protect the human race, and about the desperate struggles that had been fought to keep the dream of a new home alive. As they emerged from the underground complex, the aliens were filled with a newfound respect for the human race. They had always dismissed humans as a primitive and backward species, but now they realized that they had been wrong. The humans had achieved incredible things in their time on Earth, and their legacy would live on long after they were gone. But the aliens also knew that their discovery of humanity's true fate was only the beginning. They still had many questions that needed to be answered, and they knew that they would have to keep searching if they were to uncover the full story of humanity's incredible journey to the stars. As the alien crew continued their exploration of the underground complex, they made a startling discovery. Hidden deep within the bowels of the facility, they stumbled upon a vast hangar that housed a fleet of advanced spacecraft, unlike anything they had ever seen before. The ships were sleek and streamlined, with gleaming hulls that seemed to shimmer in the dim light of the hangar. They were far more advanced than anything the aliens had encountered in their own civilization, and they couldn't help but marvel at the incredible technological prowess of the humans who had built them. Captain Zorax and his team cautiously approached the ships, their hearts pounding with excitement and trepidation. They had no idea what they might find inside, but they knew that they had to investigate further if they were to uncover the true purpose of this hidden fleet. As they boarded the nearest ship, they were struck by the incredible level of automation and sophistication that permeated every aspect of the vessel. The ship's systems were fully operational, as if it had been waiting patiently for its crew to return and take command. The aliens spent hours exploring the ship, marveling at the advanced propulsion systems, the sophisticated navigation equipment, and the state-of-the-art weapons arrays that lined its hull. They realized that this was no ordinary spacecraft, but rather a vessel designed for a specific purpose, one that they had yet to uncover. As they delved deeper into the ship's systems, they discovered a wealth of information about its capabilities and its mission. They learned that the fleet had been designed to serve as a last resort for humanity, a way to ensure that the species would survive even if the worst should happen. The ships were equipped with advanced life support systems that could sustain human life for centuries, and they were stocked with vast stores of supplies and equipment that would allow the crew to establish a new colony on a distant world. But the aliens also discovered something else, a series of cryptic messages and codes that seemed to hint at a deeper mystery surrounding the fleet's true purpose. They couldn't quite decipher the meaning of these messages, but they knew that they held the key to understanding the incredible technological feats that the humans had achieved. As they continued their exploration of the fleet, the aliens began to piece together a picture of the incredible journey that the humans had undertaken. They realized that the fleet had been launched in the final days of human civilization, as a desperate attempt to ensure that the species would survive the great crisis that had threatened to destroy them. The ships had been sent out into the vastness of space, each one carrying a precious cargo of human life and knowledge. They had been programmed to seek out new worlds and establish new colonies, to ensure that the human race would endure no matter what challenges it might face. The aliens were in awe of the incredible vision and determination that had driven the humans to undertake such a monumental task. They realized that they had vastly underestimated the capabilities and the resilience of this remarkable species, and they knew that they had much to learn from the incredible technological feats that the humans had achieved. As they prepared to depart the underground complex and continue their mission, the aliens couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the cusp of a great discovery. They knew that the fleet held the key to unlocking the true potential of human technology, and they were determined to uncover its secrets no matter what challenges they might face. But they also knew that they had much to learn from the incredible vision and determination of the humans who had built this fleet. They realized that they had been given a glimpse into a future that they had never dared to imagine, and they knew that they would carry the memory of this incredible discovery with them for the rest of their lives. As the alien crew delved deeper into the mysteries of the human fleet, they began to uncover a series of clues that hinted at a greater purpose behind its creation. They discovered cryptic messages and codes hidden within the ship's systems, each one pointing to a deeper layer of meaning that they had yet to unravel. Captain Zorax and his team worked tirelessly to decipher these messages, poring over the data and analyzing every scrap of information they could find. They knew that the answers they sought were hidden somewhere within the fleet's vast archives, and they were determined to find them no matter what it took. As they worked, they began to piece together a picture of the incredible journey that the humans had undertaken. They learned that the fleet had been launched in the final days of human civilization, as a desperate attempt to ensure that the species would survive the great crisis that had threatened to destroy them. But they also discovered that the fleet's mission was far more complex than they had initially realized. The ships had not simply been sent out into the vastness of space to establish new colonies and ensure the survival of the human race. Instead, they had been tasked with a far greater purpose, one that the aliens were only beginning to understand. As they delved deeper into the ship's archives, they discovered a wealth of information about the incredible technological feats that the humans had achieved. They learned about the advanced propulsion systems that had allowed the ships to traverse the vast distances of space, and about the sophisticated life support systems that had kept their crews alive for centuries. But they also discovered something else, a series of warnings and precautions that hinted at the incredible dangers that the fleet had been designed to face. They learned that the humans had anticipated the possibility of encountering hostile alien races during their journey, and had equipped their ships with a vast array of weapons and defensive systems to protect themselves. As the aliens continued their investigation, they began to realize that the fleet's true purpose was far more complex than they had initially realized. They discovered that the humans had not simply been seeking to ensure their own survival, but had instead been driven by a deep sense of responsibility to protect and preserve the knowledge and achievements of their civilization. The fleet had been designed to serve as a repository of human knowledge and culture, a way to ensure that the incredible achievements of their species would endure even if the worst should happen. The ships were filled with vast libraries and archives, each one containing a wealth of information about the history, science, and culture of the human race. As the aliens grappled with the implications of this discovery, they began to realize that they had stumbled upon something truly incredible. They had been given a glimpse into the mind of a species that had achieved wonders beyond their wildest dreams, and they knew that they had much to learn from the incredible legacy that the humans had left behind. But they also began to realize that their investigation had brought them to the brink of something far greater than they had ever imagined. They knew that the fleet held the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe itself, and they were determined to uncover its true purpose no matter what challenges they might face. As they prepared to continue their mission, the aliens couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the cusp of a great discovery. They knew that the answers they sought were hidden somewhere within the vastness of space, and they were determined to find them no matter what it took. But they also knew that they had been given a great responsibility, one that they could not take lightly. They had been entrusted with the incredible legacy of the human race, and they knew that they had a duty to protect and preserve it for generations to come. As the alien crew continued their exploration of the human fleet, they suddenly found themselves face to face with an unexpected development. The ships, which had lain dormant for centuries, suddenly sprang to life, their systems humming with energy and purpose. Captain Orcs and his team watched in amazement as the fleet's advanced AI systems began to activate, their screens flickering to life with a dazzling array of data and information. They realized that the ships had been waiting for this moment, their programming designed to initiate a specific sequence of events when the time was right. As the AI systems came online, they began to scan the surrounding space, their sensors probing the vastness of the universe for any signs of life or activity. The aliens watched in awe as the ship's advanced technology began to analyze and interpret the data, their processors working at incredible speeds to make sense of the information they were receiving. But as the AI systems continued their scans, they suddenly detected the presence of the alien crew, their sensors locking onto the foreign life forms with alarming precision. The aliens realized that they had been identified as a potential threat, their presence triggering a defensive response from the fleet's advanced security systems. As the ship's weapons systems began to power up, Captain Orcs and his team found themselves in a desperate race against time to prove their peaceful intentions. They knew that they had to find a way to communicate with the AI systems, to convince them that they posed no threat to the fleet or its mission. The aliens worked frantically to establish a line of communication, their translators working overtime to decipher the complex language of the human programming. They sent out a series of messages, each one carefully crafted to convey their peaceful intentions and their desire to learn from the incredible legacy of the human race. For a tense few moments, the aliens waited with bated breath, their hearts pounding as they watched the ship's systems process their messages. They knew that the fate of their mission, and perhaps even their lives, hung in the balance, dependent on the AI's interpretation of their words. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the AI systems responded, their screens flickering with a new message that sent a chill down the aliens' spines. The message was brief and cryptic, but its meaning was clear. The humans had been preparing for an unknown cosmic event, one that had driven them to launch the fleet as a desperate attempt to ensure their survival. The aliens were stunned by this revelation, their minds racing with questions and possibilities. They realized that they had stumbled upon something far greater than they had ever imagined, a mystery that could hold the key to understanding the very nature of the universe itself. As they grappled with the implications of this discovery, the AI systems suddenly initiated a new sequence of events, their screens flashing with a dazzling array of data and information. The aliens watched in amazement as the ship's advanced technology began to analyze and interpret the data, their processors working at incredible speeds to make sense of the information they were receiving. And then, with a sudden burst of energy, the fleet began to move, its engines roaring to life with incredible power and purpose. The aliens realized that the ships were preparing to embark on a new mission, one that had been programmed into their systems centuries ago by their human creators. As the fleet began to accelerate away from the aliens' position, Captain Zorax and his team knew that they had a choice to make. They could either watch as the ships disappeared into the vastness of space, their secrets lost forever, or they could follow them, risking everything in a desperate attempt to unravel the mystery of the human race and its incredible legacy. Without hesitation, the aliens made their choice, their own ship powering up to match the fleet's incredible velocity. They knew that they were embarking on a journey that would test their courage and resolve to the limit. But they also knew that they could not turn back now, not when the answers they sought were so close at hand. And so, as the fleet and the alien ship raced off into the unknown, the crew prepared themselves for the challenges that lay ahead, their hearts filled with a sense of purpose and determination that would guide them through whatever trials and obstacles they might face. As the alien ship raced through the vastness of space, keeping pace with the human fleet, Captain Zorax and his crew worked tirelessly to unravel the mysteries that lay ahead. They knew that they were on the brink of a revelation that could change the course of their mission, and perhaps even the fate of the universe itself. As they drew closer to the fleet, the AI systems suddenly initiated a new sequence of events, their screens flickering with a dazzling array of data and information. The aliens watched in amazement as the ship's advanced technology began to analyze and interpret the data, their processors working at incredible speeds to make sense of the information they were receiving. And then, with a sudden burst of clarity, the AI systems began to reveal the true purpose of the fleet, the secrets that had been hidden within its programming for centuries. The aliens listened in stunned silence as the AI began to speak, its voice filled with a sense of urgency and purpose. The AI revealed that the humans had not simply been seeking to ensure their own survival, but had instead been driven by a deep sense of responsibility to protect and preserve the knowledge and achievements of their civilization. They had predicted a cataclysmic event that would threaten the very existence of the universe itself, and had launched the fleet as a desperate attempt to ensure that their legacy would endure. The ships had been designed to serve as a repository of human knowledge and culture, a way to ensure that the incredible achievements of their species would endure even in the face of total annihilation. They had been programmed to seek out new worlds and civilizations, to share the wisdom and knowledge of the human race with all who would listen. But the AI also revealed that the humans had anticipated the possibility of encountering hostile alien races during their journey, and had equipped their ships with a vast array of weapons and defensive systems to protect themselves. They had been prepared to fight for their survival, to defend their legacy against any who would seek to destroy it. As the aliens grappled with the implications of this revelation, they began to realize the true magnitude of the responsibility that had been placed upon them. They had been entrusted with the incredible legacy of the human race, a treasure trove of knowledge and wisdom that could shape the course of the universe itself. But they also realized that they had a choice to make. They could either embrace the humans' legacy, to carry on their mission and share their knowledge with all who would listen, or they could seek to use that knowledge for their own gain, to become the very thing that the humans had fought against. For a moment, the aliens were torn, their hearts and minds pulled in different directions by the weight of the decision that lay before them. But then, with a sudden clarity of purpose, Captain Zorax stepped forward, his voice filled with a sense of determination and resolve. He declared that they would not let the humans' legacy be lost, that they would carry on their mission and share their knowledge with all who would listen. They would become the guardians of the human race, the protectors of their incredible achievements, and the champions of their enduring spirit. And so, as the fleet and the alien ship raced off into the unknown, the crew prepared themselves for the challenges that lay ahead, their hearts filled with a sense of purpose and determination that would guide them through whatever trials and obstacles they might face. They knew that they had been given a great responsibility, a duty to carry on the legacy of the human race, and to ensure that their incredible achievements would endure for generations to come. And they knew that they would not rest until that duty had been fulfilled, until the universe itself had been forever changed by the wisdom and knowledge of the incredible species that had come before. As the alien ship and the human fleet continued their journey through the vastness of space, Captain Zorax and his crew found themselves grappling with a new set of challenges. They had been entrusted with the incredible legacy of the human race, a responsibility that weighed heavily upon their shoulders. But as they delved deeper into the fleet's archives, they began to uncover a disturbing truth. The humans had not simply been seeking to preserve their knowledge and culture, but had also been driven by a deep sense of fear and paranoia. They had anticipated the possibility of encountering hostile alien races and had equipped their ships with a vast array of weapons and defensive systems to protect themselves. As the aliens grappled with this revelation, they began to realize that they had a choice to make. They could either embrace the humans' legacy, to carry on their mission and share their knowledge with all who would listen, or they could seek to use that knowledge for their own gain, to become the very thing that the humans had feared. Captain Zorax and his crew found themselves torn, their hearts and minds pulled in different directions by the weight of the decision that lay before them. Some argued that they had a duty to protect the humans' legacy at all costs, to use the fleet's advanced technology to defend themselves against any who would seek to harm them. Others argued that they had a responsibility to share the humans' knowledge and wisdom with all who would listen, to become a force for good in the universe, and to help other civilizations avoid the mistakes that had led to the humans' downfall. As the debate raged on, the AI systems suddenly detected a new presence in the surrounding space. A fleet of alien ships, far more advanced than anything they had encountered before, was rapidly approaching their position. The aliens watched in horror as the approaching ships began to power up their weapon systems, their intentions clear. They realized that they had been discovered, and that the approaching fleet saw them as a threat to be eliminated. Captain Zorax knew that he had to act quickly, to make a decision that would determine the fate of his crew and the human legacy that they had been entrusted with. He realized that he had two choices, to fight or to flee. For a moment, the captain hesitated, his mind racing with the implications of each choice. But then, with a sudden clarity of purpose, he made his decision. He ordered his crew to power down their weapon systems, to open a channel of communication with the approaching fleet. He knew that they had to find a way to prove their peaceful intentions, to convince the other aliens that they posed no threat. As the channel opened, Captain Zorax stepped forward, his voice steady and calm. He explained their mission, their desire to learn from the human legacy and to share their knowledge with all who would listen. He spoke of the incredible achievements of the human race, of their enduring spirit, and their unwavering commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. For a tense few moments, the aliens waited with bated breath, their hearts pounding as they watched the approaching fleet for any sign of a response. And then, to their amazement, the other ships began to power down their weapon systems, their own communication channels opening up in response. The approaching fleet, it turned out, had been on a similar mission, seeking to uncover the secrets of the universe and to learn from the wisdom of those who had come before. They had seen the human fleet as a potential ally, a kindred spirit in the vast emptiness of space. And so, as the two fleets came together, their crews united in a common purpose, Captain Zorax and his team knew that they had made the right choice. They had chosen to become a force for good in the universe, to carry on the legacy of the human race, and to share their knowledge and wisdom with all who would listen. They knew that the road ahead would be long and difficult, that they would face many challenges and obstacles along the way. But they also knew that they had the strength and the determination to overcome them, to become the guardians of the human legacy and the champions of a brighter future for all. As the alien fleets merged into one, united in their purpose to discover the secrets of the universe and learn from the wisdom of those who came before, Captain Zorax and his crew knew that they had embarked upon a journey that would change the course of history. They had been entrusted with the incredible legacy of the human race, a responsibility that they would carry with them for the rest of their lives. Together, the aliens began to explore the vast archives of the human fleet, marveling at the incredible achievements and advancements that the humans had made in their time on Earth. They studied the intricate designs of the ships, the advanced technology that had allowed them to traverse the stars, and the complex systems that had sustained them for centuries. As they delved deeper into the archives, they began to uncover the true extent of the humans' legacy. They discovered the incredible works of art and literature that the humans had created, the groundbreaking scientific discoveries that had pushed the boundaries of knowledge, and the philosophical and spiritual ideas that had shaped their understanding of the universe. They learned of the great leaders and thinkers who had guided the human race through its darkest hours, the courageous explorers who had ventured into the unknown, and the visionaries who had dared to dream of a better future. They saw the resilience and determination of the human spirit, the unwavering commitment to the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, even in the face of overwhelming odds. And as they studied the humans' legacy, the aliens began to see themselves in a new light. They realized that they too were part of a greater story, a cosmic narrative that had been unfolding since the dawn of time. They saw that they had a role to play in shaping the future of the universe, in carrying on the work that the humans had begun. With renewed purpose and determination, the aliens set out to explore the vast reaches of space, armed with the knowledge and wisdom of the human race. They encountered new worlds and civilizations, forged alliances and partnerships, and shared the incredible achievements of the humans with all who would listen. They became the guardians of the human legacy, the protectors of the incredible achievements that the humans had made in their time on Earth. They carried the torch of knowledge and understanding, lighting the way for future generations and ensuring that the work of the humans would endure for all time. And as they journeyed through the stars, the aliens began to understand the true significance of their mission. They realized that the human legacy was not just a collection of artifacts and knowledge, but a testament to the enduring spirit of life itself. They saw that the humans had not simply vanished, but had instead become a part of something greater, a cosmic tapestry that stretched across the vast expanse of space and time. In the end, the aliens knew that they had been forever changed by their encounter with the human race. They had been given a glimpse of the incredible potential that lay within every living being, the power to shape the course of the universe, and to leave a lasting impact on all who would follow. And as they looked out upon the endless expanse of the cosmos, the aliens knew that they would never forget the incredible legacy of the humans. They would carry it with them always, a beacon of hope and inspiration that would guide them through whatever challenges and obstacles lay ahead. For they knew that the human spirit would endure, that the incredible achievements of this remarkable species would live on long after their time on Earth had come to an end. And they knew that they had been given the greatest gift of all, the chance to carry on that legacy, to become a part of something greater than themselves, and to help shape the destiny of the universe itself.